Don't believe in aliens and never going to land. Don't believe in cryptids that leave footprints in the sand. Don't believe in spirits appearing from the dead. The only demons out there are living in your head. Dream crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the breeze. From a dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing on your dreams. Dream crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can get ready for the breeze. From a dedicated skeptic, we all know what that means.
Stuff's gonna start falling down.
What?
Your stuff's gonna start falling down.
No, it's all secure. Don't worry. Oh, wow, the camera did bounce.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Oh, my goodness, it's Friday night. Skeptical Help Bar is open. Hello, everyone. I don't know why I took my glasses off. I got to read some names. There is a lot of people in the chat. Holy moly, crap on a cracker. It's a lot of people.
Thanks for sharing Friday night with us.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh, I'm going to just read out a few names. I don't, there's so many. I see Cat Matt in the house. It's date night. Cat, what's up? Bad to the Bone. Jillian Daniels. Hope I said that right. Raw Side Paranormal. Horror of Horror. Horror of Horror. It's hard to say. It's my Philly accent, I think. It's a little difficult for me to say. We got Michael Burkeen. What's up, buddy? I hope you like your package. We got Julie Jaya D. Jody Music. Well, that's cool. I like that. Jody Music. That's like a singer's name.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Well, who are you? Jody Music. Oh, do you play? No. We got, who else we got? We got Autumn Sword is in the house. We got Wisdom. Diane. Oh my goodness. There's a lot. Daniel Reed's in the house. We got, what else? I'm looking through. There's so many people going by here. Diana's in the house. Did I say that already? We got Michael.
Raw Side Paranormal.
Yeah, we got a lot. Michael from Florida checking in. He was the first one. Oh my goodness.
Jamie.
Oh, I'm hot. It's hot. Or is that just from me dancing? I was dancing and bouncing around. Woo! I was playing the drums that, again, I cannot play. And we were having fun. I was having fun. Donna was just staring at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Idiot.
There you go. Idiot. Yeah. That's usually what I get. Richard, what's up? Oh, Kit Ford. Lots of people. Let's go over some rules. Kimberly Ann, what's up? Tina JT. There's so many people. That's awesome. That's awesome to see. I'm so happy to see so many people in here. I'm glad you guys are hanging out with us on a Friday night. Let's get the rules up so we can live by something other than chaos. Although I like chaos. Yeah, it's just me. Anyway, rule number 1, you are welcome to ask questions, especially tonight. It's open mic night. What? Yes. That means you get to ask questions. You keep the show going. So if we have no questions, we go home early. That's really what happens there.
Yeah.
Donna's like, yeah, that'd be great. Rule number 2 is that I don't know everything. I really don't. I try to learn as much as I can, but there's way too much. There's too much information. Yeah, there's way too much. But I will try. I will try to get you an answer. I'll give you an opinion, or I'll look it up if we have time. And if not, I'll write it down in my trusty notebook. That's right here by my side, always. And I will try to get you an answer this week. Rule number 3, we follow the Patrick Swayze rule here, and that's be nice. You can be in the chat room and you can discuss the topics and questions and stuff that we are talking about. That's cool. You can debate. You can disagree. That's great. But no fighting, no name calling, no devolving into being an a-hole, because we don't tolerate that. Because if you do, Donna, boots you out for life.
For life, because we can't get you back.
Yeah.
Nor are we going to spend the time to try.
Right. I like that. Donna's pretty vocal tonight. Rule number 4 is if you do have a question, please do us a favor. Put a capital Q in front of it. That way we can pick it out from the rest of the chat, and Donna can put it in the queue, and then I can answer it. And then she can tell me to hurry up because there's too many questions. Rule number 5. 5, my favorite one, drink up. I'm not saying that's special tea, but it's special
something
tea. All right, let's put this up. Oh, wait, since it's open mic night, we need open mic night.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I love a banner. It's so much fun. Look at that. Sometimes I just sit here all day and I just like, what can I do?
Yeah.
What little banner? And I'll spend like an hour trying to put this together just right.
Just for you.
Just for you guys out there. So you are Are you not entertained? Like that. That was good. That was on the spot. I am so hyped up. You guys don't realize, like, Friday nights, I love coming back here I love coming to work anyway. I love my job, but I love coming into the Scooby-Doo studio and sitting down and being able to interact with you guys and just talk and answer your questions and see your comments that are put up. I named this banner Bruce. See, I like that kind of stuff, and it's nice. I get to hang out. We get to hang out with people from literally all over the planet. I mean, that's awesome. We had people from Florida. We had we had I can talk. We had people from different England,
the North Sea.
North Sea. I mean, we have people from all over, so that's awesome. Hey, you know what? Check in. Where are you guys from? You know, I see a whole bunch of people in the chat. I know we have at least like 74, 75 people watching live, which is good for us when we don't have a guest. Sweden. Oh my God.
Sweden's
that's awesome.
In the house.
Sweden. I love your meatballs. Is your drink terrific? It is. Wow. What do we got? All these people
Massachusetts, West Virginia, Australia.
Nice. What?
Kansas,
wow.
Chicago.
Uranus. Thanks, Kim. All right. Before we get to some questions, I want to touch on a few things.
Colorado, North Carolina, Oregon.
Oh, this is awesome. I love this.
Canada, Virginia, New York.
Canada.
Southwest Ohio.
Wow.
England, Georgia.
You guys are awesome.
Iowa.
And look at that. We're all sharing a drink together.
Scotland.
That's awesome. Scotland. Is Rababa in the chat? Did I see him? I don't know if I saw him. Rababa.
Oklahoma.
All right. So a few things before we get started. One, I want to say hi to Andy and Chris Slike, who are out there. Andy, I think, sent me a text earlier yesterday, I think, and they're camping in New York. They stopped by one weekend. They were just in the area. They happened to reach out, and I gave them a tour on, I think, a Saturday or a Sunday. I came over, gave them a tour of the building, and they're really super nice people, really awesome people, and it was so nice to meet them. And I know they're camping in New York State somewhere, and they were waiting for tonight to hang out. So I want to say hi to them. I also want to give I'm reading Tom's name.
Okay.
And I wanted to say props. So you know how that works. I want to give props to Tom Flock, because if you follow my Facebook, I don't think I put pictures on YouTube, but Tom Flock all right, back up a little bit. I've been wanting to get one of these ultrasonic music boxes that ghost hunters use because I don't have one. They sell for a pretty expensive thing. I can buy the sensor alone, but I don't know how to program whatever has to be programmed in order to get it to do what it does. So I was talking about it with some other YouTubers, and Tom Flock sent me a package. Look at this beautiful, sexy piece of machinery. Holy crap. So this is one of those ultrasonic music boxes. There's some switches there. This is all wood. This is all wood, except the plexiglass top. There's the sensor up there. And the best thing, like one of my things, is that when I get a piece of ghost hunting equipment, I tend to take it apart. And it never works again after that.
Yeah.
But that's why I get two. But I take it apart and I figure out all the parts. And I usually do a price list to try to inform you guys, the viewers, like how much it actually costs to put one of these things together. And what Tom did was on the side here, this is a complete list of all the parts they used and their prices with a total of $31.37. It cost in materials to make this, not his time and skill. But yeah, he made this for me. I can turn it on. Let me see if I get no glare. So I turn it on. It'll take a reading. And then if I move it.
Creepy.
Dun, 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 dun. And it's got the roaming mode that these music boxes have. That was smart, Tom. Yeah, I mean, this is beautiful. It's pretty good on camera, but in person, when I opened this, I was like, holy crap, it's beautiful. Like, he took care. This is craftsmanship like the old days where people really cared about what they built. And I mean, it's nice. It's really nice. So now I have one. And I've been testing it. I've been finding out quite a few things about it. Especially the part with these kind of sensors, they don't like angled surfaces. So you actually have to point it at a wall that's perpendicular. So it's got to be straight up like this, pointed at it. So it can send out an ultrasonic signal or a sound wave, and then it bounces back to the other sensor, which reads it. So if you get an angle, so if I'm like pointing it right here and then I put this on an angle, it fucks it up. But does it play a Kenny Bill song? No, it doesn't. I don't know what this song is.
Sounds like a creepy doll.
Dun, dun. It's
like
yeah. It's one of those. Yeah, I know it's familiar, but I don't know what it is. But it's just really cool. So yeah, I've been playing with that. I actually set it up in the reading room that we have out here. So it's a big open room. It's got some flat walls and then angles. And I was playing with it. I set it up against or looking at two walls that were both at an angle to this. Excuse me. And it was pretty cool because I turned it on. It calibrated because the first one sends out a signal, reads it back and says, all right, I know the area now. Okay, great. And then maybe a minute later, it started going off. Like every 30 seconds, it started going off. And it does have a random mode. So if you look here, you can see under those two switches here. Let me see if I can focus that. There is a little ghost right there. So if I turn that on, it randomly plays. So you can screw with somebody, which is really cool. But basically, I found that if you put it point it at an angled surface, it will go off. Because then I shut it off. I moved it a little bit, like readjusted it a little bit more, turned it back on, nothing. Turned it off. I readjusted to a different angle, turned it on, and then it started going off like every minute it would go off. And it's just because it was hitting the angled surface. And it had trouble seeing me when I walked by. So that's really, really, I mean, that's an hour out of the box. And I was able to figure out it's got some serious issues with it. And that's why Tom sent this to me so I could play with it and figure out what's going on. So that's something to consider if anyone has one of these. That's a big issue. So there you go. I'm so excited. That's so cool. Oh, throughout the show, I have the remote viewing box that's out. We've done this in the past. I haven't done it for a while. So what's going to happen is Donald's going to hate this, but you guys are
this is going to be horrible.
You guys can make some guesses. We'll save it for the end of the show, like towards the end. We'll come back to it. So don't make any guesses now.
Well, they can guess because I'm going to have to keep track, though.
Well, I figured we'll just do it all at once. That way, the people can you can concentrate on that instead of going through. Because in case it's up to you.
I don't know.
It's up to you. We'll save it for the last hour of the show. But basically, thank you, Cynthia, so much. That biddle and rum. Thank you. Yeah, we have to keep the rum fund going. I will not argue with that. So basically, yeah, this is the remote viewing challenge. I've had this for years. I bring it out once in a while. There is an object in here.
Oh, that's odd.
You can hear it. So your task is to guess what's in here. Remote view.
Oh, yeah.
I just totally smacked myself in the face. I kicked my own ass. All right. Basically, all right. So you can remote view or take a guess of what you think is in here. There's an object in here. Air does not count. I know Bob's out there somewhere. Air does not count. Darkness does not count. It has to be a solid object. And it has to be pretty detailed. You can't just say a car. You have to tell me if it's like a red Ford Mustang, something like that. I know the ghost flicked my glasses off. The damn demons are in the house again. So at the end of the show, we will do a whole thing where I'll say, all right, put your guesses in now, and we'll see if anyone guesses it. And if you win, if you actually guess what's in here, I will send you. It's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal because it's custom. Yes.
Yeah.
Because Donna made it. So it's a big deal. This is a
limited edition.
It
is. And it was a once in a lifetime event.
I know. This is a limited edition coaster that she sublimated for our total eclipse viewing party that we had here at CFI. So that's the prize. If you guess correctly what's in the box, I will send this to you. So there you go. And it is limited edition because she only made so many.
Yeah, I did.
I think you only made enough for all the participants, and then I think there was like 10 more and stuff. So I stole two, one to give away and one to keep, because that's what you do. Let's see. Is that all things on my list? I have a topic of discussion if we run out of questions. Just something that it was a misperception of me.
I'm not going to be able to do this.
Okay.
We got to figure out something else. Because I don't know what it is. So if I miss something, you know what I mean?
Well, like I said, at the end, near the end of the second hour, I'll just say, this is the time, make your guess.
We'll come back
boom,
to the box.
and we'll come back to it. But I'm giving you a heads up, so it's going to be in the background so you can look at it and you can concentrate.
Or I'm just going to write down some answers, and if you answered that, you're going to have to tell me, because I can't write down the name and
yeah, we're going to have to go on
answer.
the honor system. That's going to fuck us. All right. And then I also I'm going to do a trivia thing tonight because I've showed these off before. So I made bottle openers for my Skeptical Help Bar that I'm going to take to conferences and sell them in person. I'm not doing anything by mail yet because I don't know if I want to get into that, because that's a lot more work. And it's also expenses of sending stuff. Like you sent something, California was like what?
Sending like two bracelets to California was $555.
$555. So I don't know overseas travel or shipping or anything like that. But tonight, if I'm going to ask a trivia question in a little bit, probably right before break. And if you're in the United States, I'm sorry, UK people. I'm sorry, because right now I don't know what shipping is.
Yeah, we can try.
I mean, we can try, but I can't guarantee it because I don't know if it's going to cost like $20 or $30 or what. So,
and if it's too much,
But this is a prototype that I made. Let me see. Oh, come on, focus, Daniel-san. So it's a little thing of me, except that I did the engraving sketch wrong, so I'm black.
Well, you just
Yeah, I did it wrong. I
you
did it.
reversed it.
Yeah, I
that's all.
reversed it. So, but on the back, I put prototype and never stop learning. So that'll be up later. I am so hot. Oh my goodness! I think it's because the door's open. I'll turn my fan on. All right. So I've talked enough. Let's get into some questions. How about?
So wait, how are we giving that away?
So this is going to be a trivia question that I'm going to ask right before the break.
So when are we gonna do that?
We'll figure it
Okay,
out.
break?
We'll come back and look at it.
Okay.
We'll go. I'll go pee and then I'll come back and I'll look at all the answers and be like, all right, does anybody get it? It's going to be, I think it's going to go quick, especially because it's break. They don't have to pay attention to the show. All right, let's do some questions. Let's see if we can bang out some questions. Ooh, you like my Three Tortures Soul shirt? That's the other show that I do. Joe Downey. What is he doing here? Before the real questions come in, should the Ghostbusters franchise just die with Frozen Empire? Now,
question.
I don't know if you read it. Dan Aykroyd was, because they filmed over in the UK, he got this idea that it would be great if Ghostbusters went international and they were sent over there to do some cases or busting or something like that. But yeah, I was not impressed with Frozen Empire. I was disappointed. There was a lot of plot holes. I didn't like the fire guy. I thought he was completely distraction. And I had a discussion with Joe about this. Like, I keep forgetting about that girl ghost, the young girl that with the match. Like she's supposed to be an integral part of the story. Yet I completely forget that she's in the story.
Right.
And it's just, I didn't like it at all. I didn't think it was well done. So that's my personal thing. So should it die? I don't want to say yes, because I do love Ghostbusters. I love it. I mean, I got stuff all around my office about Ghostbusters. I mean, there's the little marshmallow guy. I got him. There's a trap behind the SI thing here. You can see the purple. And I got traps all over. I think I have like 5 traps in this office. It's just hidden places. So, all right. I'm not going to answer that question because I don't want it to die. I really don't. I want it to be better. That's it. I just want it to be better. And not just like, I think I said to Joe in our conversation, like, I think Afterlife was the passing of the torch. And that was a great send-off for the original cast, you know, especially bringing back the ghost of Harold Ramis. I mean, I thought that was beautiful. I mean, I tear up still when I watch it. So that should have been it. And if they did make an appearance, it should have been a cameo as more of a mentor kind of thing, like Dan Aykroyd's character coming in and just like giving that pep talk. And that's it. You know, like just that's it. Don't go into all the other shit that they were doing. Like they went over the top. So Frozen Empire was super predictable and not very good. Yeah, I agree, Joe. I agree. It was a shame. All right. Real questions. Not nerd talk. Next thing you know, me and Joe will be arguing about Back to the Future. Kenny was getting hot flashes going through menopause. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Well, that's because we got the window open because I had some weird things in here earlier, I think, and they weren't that great smelling. So I opened the window and now I'm like, plus I've been bouncing around a lot.
You can close it if you want.
I've been bouncing around. I'm good for now.
All right. Well.
All right.
Go ahead.
Keep going. I like it. I like the banner. I like the neon sign. Cat Mac. What is Kenny going to end up doing with the thrift store urn? Great article, by the way. So it's on display. It's actually out in the reading room. So, and it's on a acrylic stand where it's laying down. So, and it's on the top shelf of a display case so that you can look down on it and see like the way it's supposed to look. And then if you go like this, you can see through the front window and see the engraving on it. But it's just on display. It's something to help teach critical thinking, because the article, if you haven't read it, it's in the latest issue of Skeptical Inquirer, which is this one right here. This awesome cover that covers the Winchester Mystery House, and it's got a mystery machine on it. Look at that shit. But so yeah, I did write about that. That article's been in the queue for a long time. Because they have a backlog. They have a backlog of articles. So there's the there it is. That's it. That's the urn. And it's a pretty cool story. I like it, and the potential for what could have happened if we didn't pick it up is pretty cool, or amazing, and it's probably pretty bad too. So I got that magazine. Awesome. Yeah, I know you got it. It was in the package. Shh. All right, cool. Moving on. Autumn Sword. Have you ever seen the Patrick Swayze, John, Wes Snipes movie, Chuang Fu? Have I seen that? I don't think I have. I don't think I've seen that. Let me see. Chuang Fu. Let me see. Oh, when they're cross dressers. No, I don't think I watched that. I don't think I saw it. My. Those are some interesting pictures. Maybe that's when I'm like, it's like 2 a.m. and I'm bored and I'm not. I'm like, what's that? Let me see what this is about. So. Chris Like, what's up? How's camping?
She said it's beautiful weather.
Oh, good. Have you seen Jason Hall's new video? Thought. Which one? Because I know he does video updates on the the Conjuring House bullshit. And then I know he also does like his ghost hunts with a buddy of his. So I don't know which one you're referring to. Let me know. And then we'll come back to that. Bad to the bone. I don't know what's going on. I wonder if it's allergies.
Because the window's open.
Damn window.
Close the window.
Freaking nature. It's trying to kill me again. Out of all those books behind you or that you have at home, what is your favorite book and why? Wow. So my favorite book is Dragons of Spring Dawning, the Dragonlance book, Dragonlance series. I am a huge Dragonlance fan. It's a series by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. It's a fantasy novel. It's basically a D&D kind of an adventure thing with a group of friends, and I relate to so many of the characters in there. I've read it dozens of times since high school. I've read it. It's my favorite book, and I will read it over and over again, especially if I'm feeling like down or like, like I just need to pick me up, which doesn't happen often. But if I do, I read that book and it brings me back up. Like it's all my adventures in one. And so there you go.
This is back.
And it's not on here. It's actually at home. Question of the latest with JV. All right. So I think that was the, what was it? Because somebody reached out to me. Let me see where, let me bring it up here. Because I do have concerns. So West Hill Manor, I think that's what you're talking about. So I did watch some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. And are you looking for an opinion on the figure? Is that where you're getting at? Because I do have an opinion on that, and I don't think it's anything paranormal.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I looked at it. Somebody else reached out to me and brought it to my attention, and I took a look at it. And I did reach out to Jason, and I asked him about it, and he's giving my contact information to JV or JV. Is it Jimmy? I know his name is Jimmy. So I didn't hear the voice because whoever reached out to me, and I forgive me, I forget who did. Somebody emailed me and asked me about the figure. So I looked into that real quick, and basically I cut. So for me, and this isn't just against that particular video, but this is in general. For me, I don't like when ghost hunting groups or content creators, they start showing you a bit of footage, like video, and they're building you up, saying, you know, this is going to be great, this is something really intense, and then they break it up. So you see a little bit of it, and then it fades to black, and they have text on screen, and then it fades to black, or it fades from black into a next clip, and then again into black, next clip, into black, next. I hate that because it's a way to hide edits, and I'm not saying that's what they did, but it's a way to do it. So basically, I recorded that, and then I cut out all the fade to black parts and put it all back together as one big clip. And it's not one single clip. And that's one of the issues that I have. It's not one single clip. There's actually some jump cuts in it, not between. Hey, Rob, Baba. Okay, I did get your email, Rob, and I'm trying to work it out so that I can do that. So hopefully I'll know in a few days. But basically, yeah, with this, there's some jump cuts in there that don't come where the edits are, what the obvious edits. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So basically, when one piece of footage comes back, within seconds, there's a jump cut, and it's really slight. And if you didn't go frame by frame, you wouldn't pick it out. But that's what I did. I went frame by frame, and it's obvious. It's like painfully obvious. The figure that's standing there is also there the entire clip. It's not just when it comes out to the side. When it comes back from the black and the text, the figure's already standing there. You don't notice it because you're coming from black. You faded to black, you went back into a clip. You don't notice it. But when you put them all together, it stands out to you. So honestly, I mean, I think it's Jason. And that's what I told him. I told him, and he didn't know. He didn't see the full clip. As far as I know, this was something that Jimmy edited together or put together. So again, I don't know if there's any shenanigans going on. I'm not saying that. I don't want anyone taking this out of context. It's just, I see a jump cut. I'm trying to dig into it to see what's going on. But it looks like Jason. I enhanced the video enough. It's too far back and he's in silhouette, so I can't see any details, but I do see shorts and a t-shirt. Did you have the raw footage? No, I haven't seen the raw footage yet. That's what I'm trying to get. I want to get the entire unedited footage from that camera, but I don't know if that's going to be possible because I do know the kind of camera that was used, and I have a similar one. And if that's the case, then it might not be a full clip, a full unedited clip. It might be a series of clips that were together. And that's just how that particular camera works. But we'll see. I mean, again, I don't know what's going on. This is just preliminary. So I'm going to dig into it a little bit more and see what I can find. So good question, though.
You did that without even reading. You should have read it first.
I just wanted to use them. So if you missed the rules, are you exempt from following the rules? Asking for a friend. My friend Daryl. No.
That's when you're supposed to put the sign up.
I got signs everywhere. That's what I do when I'm bored. I make signs. Good one, Bob. Miss you, buddy. Red Man. What would be your top 2 recommended books from a skeptic's perspective concerning ghost hunting? Oh, that's a good one. Concerning ghost hunting. Like there's that's difficult. That's honestly difficult because it's like I want to do books that delve into that topic itself from a skeptic's point of view. There's not many. Like there's the Scientific Paranormal Investigation by Ben Rafford, which is a good book. I mean, because it breaks down a lot of the details of looking into different clues and how to look at things and what questions to ask. And then there's also, like for me, one of the best books to read was Camera Clues by Joe Nickell. It was a lot of good information that takes you from early photography, the beginning of photography, all the way up until right before digital cameras were available for consumers. I think that's how it ends, where it says digital cameras are now coming onto the market. So it's all film plate photography, and it gives you a good sense of a lot of the older hoaxes and stuff like that. So I think those are my two picks, like in the genre of ghost hunting, paranormal investigation. But when it comes to like overall, just good investigative skills, I would say there's two books. There's Asking the Right Questions, a practical guide to critical thinking. I would do that. And I would also do what is it? The Investigative Reporter's Guide. I think that's what it is. Investigative Reporter's Guide. I have the 5th edition, I think, and that's overall investigative techniques and research methods, and really, really good. And as a bonus extra one, I have to throw in the Full Facts Book of Cold Reading, because that is awesome, by Ian Rowland. Beautiful book. All the information you would ever want to know about cold reading techniques and even hot reading techniques. I mean, it's beautiful. And I would highly, highly recommend that too, for anyone that's on the fence about psychics and mediums. So really, really good book. So there you go. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I got through that one. That's difficult. Those are difficult questions because there's so many. Kree Storm. That's a cool name. Is that like Marvel related? The Kree and maybe your favorite X-Men Storm. When you talk about equipment and how it's bunk, I have to ask, why does it work sometimes and not others, like the REM pod or the DR60? Answers questions asked. I get the growl thing, but still. So I think I'm gonna answer this, and I don't want you to take offense to this because I'm not trying to be confrontational here, but I think you have a misunderstanding of why it does work sometimes, because it doesn't work sometimes. It only appears to work because of our own misperception of what's going on, our own misinformation about how the things work, and then our hope and belief of maybe this is it. Like the DR60 gets the growl. The growl is something integral to the components and the way it works. It's not anything supernatural. It's not anything outside either. It's not an outside influence. It's internal. And that there's a full breakdown. I have a full video on that. If you go to the Center for Inquiry YouTube channel and look for the Ghosts in the Machine series that I do, I have a full breakdown of why the DR60 does what it does. And that's a lot more than I can fit into a few minutes of answering this question. Mm-hmm. The REM pod also, I guess the question, I should put a question back on you. Like, how do you know that it works sometimes? Like, because there's no indication that it's actually working, and there's no indication that differentiates it from when it allegedly works and when it doesn't work. The REM pod has a lot of flaws. It's never used within a Faraday box, so it's open to radio frequencies, stray or random radio frequencies, and low battery. Low battery can make it go off quite often. So I guess what I'm saying is, until there's a proper investigation where there are scientifically valid controls put into place during these experiments, then we can't say that it works sometimes, because there's no proof of that. There's no data to back that up. Like, when you say work, do you mean like it's interacting with spirits? Because there's no indication that it does. And it falls back onto what we want to believe. And I think that's the issue. And again, I'm not trying to be confrontational, but I think I think this is the wrong approach when looking at this equipment. I think you really need to look at bare bone facts and the data that's coming, and take away any beliefs. Leave your beliefs at the door. That's something I always preach when you're investigating. Just leave your beliefs home. Don't take them with you, because your beliefs are going to influence it one way or the other. and it's not going to be factual. It's not going to be science based. So I hope I answered your question enough. I hope so. I don't know, without going into much more detail. Yeah, I'm going to end it like that. I'm not sure. Michael Burkeen. Am I saying your last name right? Burkeen? I think I'm saying. I hope I am. Have you used my Simon idea yet? I have not. I actually looked on eBay, and I was looking at like Facebook Marketplace because I was going to pick it up. But I figured I'll wait for this weekend, and maybe I'll go out to like a yard sale or a flea market. Excuse me, and see if there's one like there, and pick it up for like $5 or something like that. But if not, I'm definitely gonna do it. And for those who don't know, like, he had the idea, and I hope you don't mind if I share this. But it's he had the idea, like, if ghosts and spirits can move things, can touch things and make things fall off like shelves and tables and stuff like that, or touch people, then why not use the Simon game? With the colored buttons, and put it out there and turn it on and say, all right, go ahead, play the game and see if it works. And I was like, that's a pretty cool idea. That's funny. I would love, I'm looking forward to the first time I go on like a public ghost hunt and everyone's bringing out like EMF meters and their REM pods and this stuff.
Out his Simon says.
I'm pulling out Simon going, boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Let's see if the ghost can interact. You guys, because I was going to get a speak and spell.
Yeah. And
put that out. I do have the game, the farm animals, where you pull the cord and you let it go. Because I used to take that with me and tell ghost hunters, like, when you talk to a broken radio, it's just as bad as doing this. Like, hey, what kind of animal you like? And pull the cord and wait till it tells you. Like, that's the same thing as asking a broken radio that's going through all the stations and it's going to answer you anyway. Like, there's no difference. So I stopped bringing that because I was pissing people off.
Yeah, I think this
but
was
it was so
too.
fun. Well, at least I'll have something to do.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like it. I used to play Simon. I think I got it when it first came out, and I used to play it all the time. I liked it. I wasn't good at it, but I liked it. AA. Hi, Kenny. I just wanted to ask you if you've ever captured any sort of paranormal that you really can't 100% debunk or explain. So this is a complicated question because I can't. The way you ask, if I've ever captured any sort of paranormal, I wouldn't know if it was until it's proven to be like what we would consider paranormal. So I wouldn't call it paranormal. I would call it something unknown at this time. So with that, if I'm going to I'll interchange that. So if I've ever captured anything that is unknown at this time that I cannot 100% debunk or explain, yes. There's been plenty of times where there's been some kind of light or a shadow, and I'm just not sure what it is. And it goes back to my number one and only reason is a lack of information. There is just not enough information, especially when it's just like a picture, when it's one photo or a few seconds of video. It's very difficult to extrapolate some kind of explanation from that unless you have, like, I have a lot of experience in this. So usually I can figure out something or what's going on, or at the very least speculate some ideas based on the available data. But then sometimes it's just too difficult. There's just not enough. And I seriously just look at them and say, to be honest, I don't know. It doesn't mean it's paranormal. It doesn't mean it's a ghost or a spirit or a demon or an orb, especially an orb, because orbs are just no. But it just means that we don't know what this is. And we need to adjust our techniques in order to investigate a little bit better overall. So hope that answered your question. This is great. We're having fun. Damn it, Bob. Mm-hmm. I saw a TikTok you made earlier. Did you ever get tired of answering the question? Has there ever been something you could explain? I do not, honestly. And this is my answer is going to be an answer for any question that I get asked over and over again. Because usually the person that asks, it's the first time that they're asking. So I will never treat anyone like, oh my God, you're the 100th person to ask me this dumb fucking question. I'm never going to be like that, because it's the first time that they're going to ask me a question like that. And I want to answer the question for them. Because I don't want to be, an a-hole. But again, even if it's like I've answered the question like 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times, I'm still going to answer it because I think it's an interesting question. I mean, it's a reasonable one. If we've never met, then it's a reasonable question to ask me. So I'm happy to answer. So there you go. Damn it, Bob. Does that say 93 people watching? That's awesome. We're doing great. Cats meow. If skeptics can't prove, I don't know why I did that.
I don't either.
Weird. If skeptics can't prove ghosts aren't real and paranormal investigators can't prove they are real, how can any of us say for sure what equipment to use and not use? We know nothing about ghosts. All right, keep that one on screen because I'm going to have to refer back to, to the wording. So the thing is, like, when it comes to the first part, and this is just from me, when it comes to the first part, if skeptics can't prove ghosts aren't real. So my job is not to prove that ghosts aren't real. My job is to investigate the claims that are being made, to see if there's any truth to them, if there's any validity to them. And so I investigate to the best of my ability and collect all the data. And wherever the data leads me, that is my conclusion. I go with it. Sometimes I can go with like we solved the case. We solved the mystery. We know there's a logical conclusion. There's a lot of logical explanation. We find the cause. This is it. Everything works. Other times we're left with, I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. And again, it goes back to the previous answer. A lack of information is usually why we come to, I don't know.
Sorry, it wasn't mean to be a
Oh, no. I don't think it's a trick question. No worries. I mean, I don't think it's a trick question at all. I wanted to, because I think it's like 3 questions in one. So that's why I wanted to be on screen so I can keep referring back to it. Because my short-term memory sucks. Whenever I try to transcribe stuff from a video, I'm constantly going 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, like over and over again, so I can write it down because I forget that quickly. When paranormal investigators can't prove they are real, so I think for the majority, many of them are trying to prove that they're real, and with that, I think so many are just going about it wrong. And again, I'm not trying to be mean. They're not using science and good investigative methods. They're using what they saw on TV. And then, or they saw the methods on like a YouTube channel, which the YouTubers are following what they saw on TV years ago. So there's this vicious cycle of just really poor methodology. So they're never going to prove that ghosts are real because their methodology is severely flawed. And how can we say for sure what equipment to use and what not to use? So we can look at the equipment and say, all right, what does it do? And this is a big thing with skeptics or critical thinkers or really good investigators. When you look at the equipment, you're trying to figure out what does it do? What can influence that? And how do we control for that? So, because if you're not putting controls on what you know can affect that equipment, then you're not doing good science. You're not doing good experiments. And we see this everywhere, like all across the ghost hunting community. People are doing experiments and using these gadgets without any thought to controls or what might influence it outside of what they believe will influence it. Like you can't put a ghost hunting gadget out and just say only a ghost is going to affect that. Like, how the fuck do you know that? Not you, just like in general. So there's that problem. And the last question. So there's actually 4 questions here. We know nothing about ghosts. Yes, everything that we quote unquote know is based on belief, imagination, making shit up. Literally, It's making shit up. That's what we know. Everyone has different versions. Everyone just picks and chooses what they want to believe or what they think is real, and they preach it. They talk about it. They do YouTube channels. They do lectures with it. They speak at conferences and stuff like that, and they sell books where like there's like all these books here, all these, and then there's 2 shelves above it. They're all like regional ghost books or how to ghost hunt, and they all have their different styles, their different things, and they criticize what the next book says, and then that book criticizes what the third book says. It's all over the place. Good. It makes more sense now. It's not really the tools, it's the methods being used. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of tools out there that would be beneficial for investigating the environment, monitoring the environment, collecting data with data loggers, stuff like that, where you have control over the environment, you're measuring the environment, and you're looking for anomalies that go against a pre-existing baseline, which has to be for an extended time. It can't be just, you can't go in for 15 minutes and expect to know exactly what the house is going to do or the building. That's silly. That's honestly silly. And that just shows or demonstrates the poor methodology that is being used, that has been used for 20 or 30 years now. Because we started in 97.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going on before we got into it. So, or at least like the amateur ghost hunting kind of thing was before us. It goes way back. For those of you who don't know, my young whippersnappers, the whole paranormal investigation goes way further back than Ghost Hunters on TV or Most Haunted on TV. Like it goes way further back than that. So, all right, moving on. Woo, we're almost at the break. Oh my God.
Yeah, you
This is
keep
great.
talking.
That's because I'm quiet all day. I sit in here and I read. I'm like, and I click. Cree Storm, you talk about how equipment doesn't work. What do you think about the people that create it? Good question. So I think there's 2 avenues I can go down here. One is, I think many are misinformed. I think many are, they base their business on belief. That's a lot of B's. Because they believe EMF meters detect ghosts. They believe that REM pods detect ghosts. They believe that audio recorders and broken radios can somehow communicate with spirits. So therefore, they keep pumping these things out and selling them at really, really high prices. And what?
This is crap.
What is this? Oh, what is that?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Hold on. It shows Teshi. Oh, maybe that's a mistake. Oh, okay. Yeah, keep an eye on that.
Okay.
That's all. Where was I? I totally lost my place. Sorry, we got distracted by somebody in the chat. You think do people create? So yeah, I think there's people that are good-natured, and I think they are trying to supply a demand out there while also making a side hustle. But I think their intentions are more belief-based. You know, like they don't think they're doing anything wrong, which, I mean, wrong or right, I think that's a little subjective here, at least from that point of view. The other avenue that I'll go down is that I think there's some manufacturers, we'll be nice with that word, that pump out equipment and they know it doesn't work. They've never tested it. Some put out false advertising, like straight up false advertising. They tell you immediately, like they tell you right up, straight up. I don't know what's wrong with me. Straight up that it detects ghosts, that it definitely detects ghosts, that it definitely does this, definitely does that. And that is straight up false advertising. And I think they know it. I think they're aware of it. And I mean, some of them I've approached and asked, like, where's your testing data? Where's your consumer data? Where's all this testing phase? Because many just start pumping shit out and they start selling it, and there's no testing, there's no guarantee. If it doesn't work, you don't get your money back. I've never seen that. So yeah, I think there's people that are out there that are just out to make a buck, and I think there's other people that out there that are making money, but they really think that they are providing quality products. I disagree. I don't think it does what they think it does. So I think that's as far as I can go with that answer. I think so. Yeah. All right. Let's do like one more, maybe.
Yeah. You keep talking.
This is a talking show. It is a talk show.
Well, we're gonna have to like start banging through some if you want to get them.
We're gonna have to go into hour 3.
No, we're not.
Stupid question. What's the difference between tri-meter and K2? What they detect? So K2 meter is a single axis meter. The difference is single axis versus tri-axis. So a single axis meter, like a K2, you would need to rotate on all 3 axes, X, Y, and Z, and get readings from all 3 axes and average it out in order to get a accurate average reading. Whereas the tri-field meter measures all 3 axes at the same time and gives you an average. That's the difference. I would definitely, if you're going to monitor an area, then I would spend the extra money and use a tri-field meter with a data logger. If it's just an analog one that you're just looking at the needle or not when you're not paying attention to it, don't waste your money. But again, also have to put in that disclaimer that there is no evidence whatsoever that suggests that ghosts, if they exist, either create or produce or affect the electromagnetic spectrum. There's just none. So you're taking a gamble with that. All right. Maybe one more? Yeah, one more. We'll do one more. Damn it, Bob. If the Ghostbusters franchise dies, can it come back? You just want to see the sign. That's it. I think you just want to see the sign. Oh, man. Autumn Sword. Why is your beard coming back? It's a good look for you. Thank you. It makes me look smart, don't it? I tried saying I was lazy, but then I was at the Western New York Advisory Board meeting the other night, and the guy next to me pointed out, like, you can't be lazy. You shaved your neck. I was like, well, I did a half-assed job of shaving the beard off. So there you go. I'm even more lazy. All right. We're good. See, I'm banging these out. What did you think of Deadpool and Wolverine? I fucking loved it. Let's fucking go. I loved it. I thought it was great. I laughed. I cried. Laughed some more. And then I want to go see it again. So, yeah, there you go. Plain and simple. Loved it. Loved it. Dun, dun. Michael Barkeen. I'm happy that I said his name. I'm going to say it all the time. What is Neil deGrasse Tyson like? I think he's one of the nicest people I've met. Super nice guy. I got to spend time with him. I at one of the SciCons, I got to hang backstage with him while I was having him autograph his books, because we had a bunch of his books, and we had a conversation about the contents of the book and also about haunted locations and stuff like that. And just really nice guy. There was a younger kid there, high school kid, that was interested, and he was just very pleasant, very polite and professional with the kid. Had him sit down and read a passage in his book that answered a question that the kid had. So really, really cool. I mean, I thought he was just really nice. And I mean, I've talked to him since then. So he responds to me. He responds to emails as long as I don't bug him too much. But, you know, really nice guy. I really like him. I can't wait to see him again this year. We'll be out there in October. We'll see him in Las Vegas at SciCon. So, yeah, good. Are we good? Is there a short one? Yeah. Tina JT. Is there a site to read your articles if unable to get the magazine? So, yeah, if you go to skepticalinquirer.org, actually, I'll real quick, because it's right here. I have it on my internet speed dial. I will copy it and I will paste it in the chat so that you guys can get there. So And if you, for some reason, the link doesn't work, if you go to skepticalinquirer.org and just type in my name, Kenny Biddle, my author page will come up and you'll see all of my stuff. I'm almost at 100. I'm trying to break that 100 club.
Yeah.
Because there's not many people in it. I have a list.
Yeah.
I have a list of people that are on the club that have over 100 entries in there, and I'm trying to be. Oh, there's only 9, so I'm trying to be number 10. I should be soon. Should be soon. All right, cool. Let's go to break, and we'll come back and we'll try to get through the rest of the questions. Really awesome because we have so much. We have remote viewing. We have the trivia question. All right, where's my thing? There it is. All right, so we will see you in 4 minutes and 9 seconds from now.
And now for something completely different.
Welcome, my fellow skeptics. Welcome, one and all. I am the chief investigator. Oh, come along, old chap. We will have a ball. Now, if you will excuse me, it's time to open the mic. Good night. Good night. Kenny Biddle's the name, investigating's my game, and I will have at it. Quid pro quo. As the head of this committee, hunting for ghosts can be shitty, but there is nothing better that I know. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and have some questions, alright. Maybe you might find an answer or two. I will find the truth this night and day, and if my name is not Kenny Biddle, then I assure you here I will not stay. Good day! Kenny Biddle's the name, goes hunting's the game. I won't let anything get in my way. Too many fakers out there, too many chefs, too many toe tappers, none of it makes any sense. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and ask some questions, alright. Maybe you might find an answer or two. Who knows? There may be ghosts in the machine, but trust me, I am not so keen. I prefer to see these things clearly, not in 144 clean. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open night night. Yeah, yeah. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open mic night. Yeah. If you have an answer or two, let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. Let Kenny Biddle solve it for you. The one and only Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny Biddle. Kenny
Hey, we are back. We are back. I'm feeling good. All right. So before we start with the next question, I have a question for you. That's right. That's right. I have a question for you. So again, sadly, right now, for now, it's for you can only win this prize if you're in the US because I don't know how much shipping is going to be. So don't hate me, please. If you want to hate someone, hate the owner of the country house.
That was mean.
No, it's not because she's
Oh.
strange. Anyway, so here's the question for you. And if you're in the United States, I will send this prototype bottle opener to you. I don't know why it's not.
Not showing.
There it is. There it is. Skeptical Help Bar 2024. And then Never Stop Learning. It says prototype. So here's the question, trivia question. And I already gave you a big hint because somebody asked for it. What was my first published article with Skeptical Inquirer? So there you go. That's the question. Try to figure it out. And sorry, Macy. Figure it out. Put your answer in the chat. And the first answer that pops up with the right title, the whole title of the article, will win this. Again, got to be in the United States. And then I'll put up another question because I think Donna's going to pay attention to the answers. So I will go in the comments here and I'll put up the next question here.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Somebody get it?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was going to do that. So you could look at the comments. All right. So Kimberly, and if you could interview Baggins. Oh, I'm sorry. That's funny because it'll never happen. But could only have one question. What would it be and why? One question. I would say, why do you feel the need to fake so much shit for your audience? And that's the question. I asked that because, I mean, there's so much I think is fake on that show, between his really bad acting to selective editing, creative editing, to creating things, to making things happen. Like the first thing that comes to mind is the when he got that chair, the devil's chair, and added it to his museum and made the news report that the door that lets you see the chair opened by itself, and it's not. It's on a remote. And not only did we know that at the time, but we confirmed it when we went on the tour. We confirmed it. So stuff like that. That's what I would want to know. But again, he's never gonna sit down with me. Never. I think he's afraid of me. All right. I don't see any answers yet. I think people are looking. They're all going to the website now. How did Baggins get to be a millionaire when good people aren't rich? Life is so unfair. Well, I think in some cases, and honestly, when we look at the paranormal community as a whole, especially on YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that, it's going to be weird the way I'm going to say this, but sex sells. You know, if you sell the spooky, if you sell the jump scares, if you sell the quick jump cuts and everyone running around and some kind of weird, goofy attitude and stuff like that, that's what sells. People tune in and watch it over and over. I mean, look at the amount of followers and views that a lot of these paranormal, just ghost hunting show YouTube channels get compared to science channels and debunking channels that go in and look at this, frame by frame, segment by segment, and tell you what's really going on. It's not even at all. There's people love bullshit, and I think that's what sells. We've seen it so many times. Look at all the equipment. We've been talking about equipment. We can put out a 3D printed piece of shit of ghost hunting equipment and sell it for like 10 times what it's worth, and people will buy it. Especially, holy shit, if you get one of the paracelebs to put it on their TV show, sell out. It's ridiculous. But aside from that, I mean, it's like, oh well, I'm not looking to be a millionaire. I mean, I'm happy. I'm I'm happy just being me. You know, I'm happy the way I live, the way we live. We enjoy life and we live it to the fullest, you know, and I don't need to be a millionaire. I'm enjoying this ride, my one-way ticket ride. So good question though. Bob, did the Bigfoot weekend happen yet? If so, any updates? No, it didn't. That's I think we got 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks. Anybody know that reference? Yeah, we got about 2 weeks. I'm still looking. I don't see anyone with the answer yet.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh wait. Oh, somebody coming in. Ah, there you go. Tasha, Ricky got it. There you go. That's it. Wow, cool. All right. So I'm gonna write that down. And let's see. You can email me. And I know what you look like because I see your profile picture. So I will quickly put up my my email so that you can send me an email with your contact information, and I will ship this out next week. So awesome. I love it. All right. Moving on. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. Can we get the magazine in the UK? So I believe you can, Abs. I think you can subscribe. Let me see. If you go to, let me go skepticalinquirer.org, and I think there's a tab to subscribe. Update subscription. Oh, maybe that's because I'm already subscribed. Let me see. Subscribe. I'm going to give you the I'm going to put the link to the main website in the chat. So if you go there, skepticalinquirer.org, if you go there, you should be able to find a tab. Oh, it's right in front of me. Duh. Subscribe now. It's a big picture.
Wow.
With all the magazines on it.
You have to tell them they need to review that. Obviously, it didn't work.
There, I'm going to put the link right to the subscription. Oh my God. And if there's a box that says, how did you hear about this? Just put like that idiot Kenny Biddle told me. That'd be funny. My boss will come down and be like, somebody said idiot Kenny Biddle. I'll be like, it's from the show.
Yeah, that would be
awesome. That's definitely me. I can confirm that. Oh, man. You guys are so much fun. All right. Put that down. Wayne Dawson. What are your thoughts on the moving EMF meter as shown by Paranormal Seekers, Crow, and Beardo? The moving EMF meter. Paranormal. Oh, do you mean the REM pod? Yeah, see if you can jump in and Total Recall. Good, Macy. You got the reference. I'm so happy to see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me know in the chat, because I'm looking at the chat, if you mean the REM pod, the one that's like in the antenna was moving. Is that the one you were talking? No. Not a REM pod. Okay. I haven't seen that yet, so I don't know what's up the look. I'm going to write that down. Let me see. The EMF meter that moves.
A K2 meter, he said.
Moves. Okay, K2 EMF meter that Para Seekers, Beardo, and Crow. It's probably a hot dog if Crow's involved. All right, so I'll take a look at that. Unless it's something we can look up right now. You know who covered it? Whose channel it was on? Paranormal Seekers. Unless it's somebody unless it's like in Paranormal Investigations gear. No. I'll look it up later. Yeah, I'll look it up later, because I don't want to get into taking away too much time looking for it. But I'll look into it, and I'll try to I'll put it for my homework for next week. Homework. There we go. Redman, would you join Jason Hawes on one of his ghost hunting podcasts? I have been on. I think the first episode of his podcast, I was on. So yeah, I was on that. I'll gladly go on again. Like I said, I've mentioned it before. He's a good friend of mine. We go back and forth. I just talked to him yesterday. He's at the Michigan Paranormal Con, I think, Michigan Paranormal, whatever. He's at some conference out there. But yeah, I would absolutely go on and talk. He's been on this show like two or three times. He's been on here, and it's nice because we have similar views, but we also, I mean, obviously have different opinions on things, and it's good to have that discussion because we can have a discussion without fighting. We don't get mad at each other. We don't get, like that guy's an asshole. But really nice guy. I mean, he's down to earth. So I would absolutely do. I keep bugging him to go on one of his YouTube adventures with him because I'd like to go along just to see I mean, I guess when you watch those videos, what you see is what you get. There's really not much more, but I'd like to be on scene just to hang out and be fun. All right. Do you think that Sarah Winchester house was haunted by the victims of the Winchester rifle, or do you think she was mentally unstable? So I don't think I don't think it was haunted at all. I think there were a lot of rumors that came about because of what Sarah was doing. Basically, she was keeping so many people employed. And honestly, get this issue of SI because that is the cover story. All about the Winchester house, the rumors, the real story behind it, and it's really, really good. It's Adrienne Hill. She did a great story. I know she worked on the Wikipedia page to update it, and she did a lot of good work. So I would definitely. Oh, it really goes into a lot of stuff. Oh, is that James from Prague? We saw him. That was when we went to Lilydale. He was talking.
Yeah.
He wasn't good at all. But this is a great article. I would definitely go into it. I don't want to spoil it because there's a lot of good information in there. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. Maybe we'll make that a theme. You know what? Maybe you know what? Son of a bitch. I'll call Adrian. I know like Andrea and Adrian and all this. Adrienne Hill. I will send her a message and see if we can get her on, and then we'll have a whole show dedicated to the Winchester Mystery House. That's a good idea. Thank you.
He has them once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. It's inspired. Let's see. All right, good. Got that going. I'll work on that this week and see when she's available. And we'll go. Let's see. Special Ed, what's up? Hi, Kenny. Is the medium from Paranormal Monkey's recent podcast going to take you up on your skeptic challenge? So I did look him up a little bit, and then I also reached out to Jim Underdown, who is the chair for the CFIIG $500,000 challenge. I sent Jim all the information on the psychic because Jim he's traveling to the UK in 2 weeks, and so I gave him the information. I'm going to reach out to this guy and see if he'll be up for meeting Jim and putting his claims to the test. We'll see. It might not be that quick. We'll have to see what the guy does. When I saw him on that show, and obviously you were watching it too, like there was a lot of dodginess going on. It was very sketchy. The questions that were being asked, the hard questions. I didn't think all the questions were good, but there were quite a few good questions, good, solid, hard questions. And I think he dodged a lot of the questions. Not the host, the psychic. I think he dodged a lot of the questions and just walked around them. He wouldn't answer them outright. And I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong, but I don't think he was sincere about doing a challenge because he said at least twice while I was listening that he has nothing to prove to anyone, and which prompted my question about like if you're charging clients for your alleged ability, I mean, don't you think there's an obligation for you to prove that you can do what you can do? And I mean, I also brought up like plumbers, mechanics, doctors, nurses, paramedics. All these people have to prove that they can actually do or have the skills to do the job that they apply for. Whether, state testing or licensing or something like that. Like, he doesn't have to prove that he can talk to the dead. He can just charge you a lot of money. It's bullshit. To be honest, that's just total bullshit to me. So I hope he does. And I mean, that's my personal opinion. And I hope that he does take us up on the challenge. And hey, by all means, try to prove us wrong. Or actually, don't try to prove us wrong. Try to prove yourself right. And we'll see where it goes from there. I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't get that impression that he's sincere about taking a challenge. It's easy to say it on a podcast, when you're like, yeah, I'll take that challenge, whatever, and then not have to do it. So we'll see. I'll let you know. If it does happen, I'll totally let you know. All right. Let me get this banner off here. The ticker. Wayne Dawson. As it's open mic night, will you be singing? So,
you missed that.
You missed it. You missed it. I feel weird. I could plug. I mean, I do have. I hate doing this. I do have memberships here, and I will be posting a video that we did tonight where I do sing.
Yeah, but
it's a behind the scenes thing. I sing a little bit, but there's music on, but it's going to be posted for the members only on YouTube. So, we'll see. I don't really want that seeing the public because I didn't even listen to it yet. And it's probably horrible because I cannot sing at all. At all. And I do. So there you go. We'll see. Any new Redman says, any new Son, the book you were writing that Ben Rafford was going to
maybe
news
book.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Any news on the book that you were writing that Ben Rafford was going to edit? Yeah. I haven't done a damn thing. I keep getting distracted. I have the chapters laid out. I do have, so there's a couple ideas. Like, I want to do a book on investigation methods, which is based on like the poster that I do and the lectures that I do. And I also have a collection of investigations that I've done, which I have published in Skeptical Inquirer. And I know a lot of other authors have done that, where they just collect like an essays book and they put out the material. But I want to make sure that it's not just the same article. I can't do that. I feel cheap doing that. So I have all those. I have the investigations collected that I want to showcase, but there's a lot more information for each of them. So I want to at least double what was published for each chapter. That way, if you buy the book, if you're interested in buying the book, you're getting your money's worth. I don't want you to pay for something that's already out there that you can get for free. So one of these days I'll work on it. It's one of the things where I just have to get in the mood. I'll literally, like, sometimes I'm sitting on the couch and TV's on and I'll just get up and start doing something. And it doesn't matter what time it is. Like, if I'm just motivated, I'll get up and start cleaning the basement or rearranging the basement at 10 o'clock at night because, like, I feel like I got to do something. And that's what I'm waiting for. Like, I'll be sitting here and just say, you know what? I'm going to finish that book this weekend. Mm-hmm. Boom. And I'll do it. I'm just waiting for that to kick in.
Yeah, it hasn't kicked in.
That's the problem. Julie R. How do you know with 100% certainty that there are not ghosts? Because it's never been proved there isn't either. So yeah, that's the issue. So I don't know 100% certainty. I don't know that ghosts aren't real or exist. I don't know demons don't exist. I don't know that gods or goddesses exist. And I also don't know, and I'm not being, I'm maybe a little sarcastic, but I'm not being mean. I also don't know if unicorns exist. I don't know if pixies exist. I don't know if fairies exist or dragons.
Yo,
or
watch the fairies.
Yep. I got yelled at on my own show. I don't know if elves or dwarves or whatever. I don't know if any of those exist. But the thing is, these are beliefs. So to date, there has been no sufficient data that would support the existence of ghosts. It's all belief based. It is all based on someone's belief, interpretation, a lot of misinterpretation. When misinterpretation or interpretation of faulty results or faulty data. There's never been anything concrete. So my stance on it is that I don't think ghosts exist. That's it. I'm not 100% sure. I can't say that. And I don't think any good skeptic will say that. A cynic will, but I don't think any good skeptic, including myself, will say 100% ghosts are not real. I will say, like, I just don't think they do. But I'm still open to it. I'm absolutely still open to it. So if someone has good evidence that they want to run by me, I'll take a look. And if I don't know the answer, I'll reach out to other people that do, and we'll try to figure out what is being presented, and go from there. So I hope that answered your question, and I wasn't too snarky. No, okay, gotta check. Snarky check.
Come on.
Nope. Oh, she's like, come on, answer the question.
Yeah, we're not going into hour 3 tonight.
We gotta play your song.
No, I'm not feeling it.
Come on. Jay, have you read the book Good Thinking by David Robert Grimes? If you have, what do you think of it? I have not read that yet. Did I? Do I have that? I don't know if I have that or not. I'll have to take a look. Good Thinking by David R. Grimes. All right, I'll check and I will let you know next week. It's on my homework list. Macy, Donna, this is for you. Oh. What subject out of paranormal, UFO, fairies, etc. do you find the most interesting?
It was just perfect timing. Fairies.
Fairies.
It was perfect timing for that question. It
Fairies.
happened to be right there.
Fairies. We gotta make you a fairy garden in the backyard or along the side. Teshi, what case has been your favorite to investigate? Ooh. They all are. They really are. I mean, I love each one. It's weird. Like, I investigate, when I jump into an investigation, I'm like all in. I'm consumed by it. And I'm loving every little bit, every little detail that I get, every step ahead that I get closer to a solution. I get a thrill. I get excited about it. And when I finally complete it, I'm like, yes, there's a relief. I'm happy. Once it's published and it goes out, then it's like, all right, cool. I get a little bit more of a high when I start getting comments back, as long as they're nice. It's like, it's back and forth. People don't like some of it, but no matter. But as soon as I find another topic to investigate, I move on. I don't think about that. But looking back, I mean, one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, I don't know. The Blackwell Ghost.
Talked for like 5 minutes.
Oh
and haven't answered the question.
Oh my God. Let me talk. It's my show. The Blackwell Ghost one was one of my favorites. I love that because that was one that was the most in-depth that I did at the time or up until that point. And it was just a thrill to finally figure out where the guy lived. That was a big mystery, and just everything fell into place. So that would be my favorite right now until I think of something better. I'm going to stop talking now. Kit Ford, did you see The Unbinding by the people who did the Hellier? If so, how did? So I did not see that, and honestly, I really don't care to because I don't really like the people that made the Hellier. I don't like that series at all. I think it was really just dumb. And so I didn't like that, and I have no interest in the people that made it because I've interacted with them, and every interaction I've had with them has just been not good. I don't find them to be nice people, at least to me. So sorry, I don't know if that was the answer you were looking for, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. Sorry. All right. AA, do you think real paranormal is just in the individual's mind? That's why we can't capture it. I think yes and no. I think there's a lot. I'm going to talk a lot. I think there's a lot of misperceptions, mistakes. I think there's just a lot of people that go in gung ho to this hobby of ghost hunting and don't think it through. There's a lot of this idea that we're doing science, and unfortunately, that's not the case. There's very little science, if any, in what you see on TV in the ghost hunting shows. In many of the ghost hunting YouTube channels, there's usually zero science being done. There's very poor methodology. So I think it is in people's heads because they mix the belief. They look through the lens of belief, the filter of belief, to decide whether something is evidence of the paranormal or not. And I think that's a big mistake. That's a really big mistake, and that will lead to anomalies. And you're not ghost hunting then. I think many of them are anomaly hunting. They're just looking for things that they can't explain because they don't understand it, and therefore they attribute it to the paranormal. So I think, yeah, that's my answer. There you go. See, look, bam, cut that down. So
bam. Is that what you think that was?
You know I talk a lot. Why doesn't the FTC get involved in this fake ghost equipment? Federal Trade Commission? Huh.
Good question.
Probably because they don't have the resources.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about how much do they make? You know, like a couple thousand, maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't know how much money they make. So it's probably just not worth the time and the resources to devote to
the
ghost
few
hunters.
ghost hunter people out there that are dumb enough to.
I'm sure there's bigger fish to fry, or just not enough funding in order to extend it to those kind of people. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have an answer for you. Sorry, Bob. How would one prove a device works? Good question. You first need to know the qualities of what you're looking for.
That's gonna be a long one. Come on, Redman.
Anyway, you would need to know the qualities of what you're looking for and have devices that will measure that, or give you some kind of indication that those qualities are present and in what quantities. Without knowing the qualities of a ghost or a spirit or whatever you're looking for, then it's pretty much throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. And nothing sticks because we don't know what we're looking for. And there's no controls in place to make sure that the devices that are being used aren't being fooled by other things. There's barely any data collection. Like, people go on ghost hunts. They use all this equipment. And then what? Where's the data? There is none. You're lucky if you get a couple clips on a YouTube channel or a live video while they're doing it. You don't get all the data. It's lost. So those kind of ghost hunts are nothing more than a hobby. That's a weekend warrior kind of hobby. And it's useless for furthering any kind of knowledge. So I don't see with the paranormal community the way it is. I think there's a very, very, very small percentage of people that might actually show some kind of data that's worth looking at. The rest is just for entertainment. I think that's the blunt truth. Blunt. Then I got high. Then I got high. Then I got high. There's your singing.
Yeah.
I didn't get high. Tina JT. Where's my glasses? While trying to catch up on shows, saw something using a seer. Take pictures while someone is wearing them. What's your take on that? Seer. 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 Because seer, I think seer is S-E-E-R. Seer. I'm not sure what that is. Wearing a, I wonder if that's like is that the VR goggles with seer paranormal? Paranormal. Let's see if that comes up with anything real quick. Ghost tube. Oh yeah, ghost tube seer. S-E-E-R. So I think that's the VR goggles where they put the it's an app on your phone and you put it into the VR goggles and you look around and it creates shit in the view. I think it's for entertainment. It actually says it literally. Holy shit! All right, this we're sharing this because I want you to see this for yourself. It literally says entertainment right there, and that's Ghost Tube Seer. So I don't think we need to go any further than that. It is for entertainment. So good question though. I'm glad you asked because now I learned. I think people have asked that before and I keep forgetting because I just don't look into it. Because I'm not a fan of Ghost Tube. Not at all.
Not a fan.
All right. Cree Storm. I still like your name. I really do. Gary Galka got into inventing paranormal devices because his daughter died. He's an electrical engineer. REM pod, millimeter, spirit box. Do you think he's misinformed? So that's always touchy when a death of a family member comes into it. Because I know a story behind the millimeter, and it was created because of their alleged experiences. I guess the bottom line is, do I think he's misinformed? Yes, I do. I'm not trying to be mean. Please don't take that any other way. I'm not trying to be mean at all. But I think when you lose a loved one, especially when it's a parent that loses a child, it's something that I hope I never have to go through. And I don't wish that on anyone. But that's a tremendous amount of sorrow and just hurt. So you're desperate for anything. And I've seen this in a lot of people when they go to psychics and mediums and they go to like Lilydale and shit like this, where there is such a strong need to reconnect, to know that your child or your brother or your sister is okay. So I don't hold that against him. Do I think it works? No. The millimeter, the original one, which I have them, it was just temperature and EMF. So it was just two devices in one box. And I think the first one, which I have, you could only do one or the other. You couldn't do both at the same time. So as a gadget, it was a gadget. It was two gadgets in one and sold. It wasn't any different from using an EMF meter, any other EMF meter, or any other temperature sensor. So, yeah, I don't, again, I'm not trying to be mean. And it's really difficult to choose your words on this because you don't want to sound like an asshole because you're talking about someone that has a child that passed away. I sympathize with that. I understand. I don't understand because it hasn't happened. I can only imagine how horrible that is. So wanting to do something like that, I get it. But to be real, I don't think it works. And so that's all I can say about that. I mean, I've touched on the REM pod before. I've taken apart. I've demonstrated that it has a lot of false positive, and there's no reason to believe that a ghost interacts with it. Same with the like spirit boxes. Same with the K2s or whatever. There's just nothing. It goes back to the hard data. There is none. So hopefully I answered your question, and hopefully I didn't sound like bad, because I don't want to be sound like that way. Rob. Kenny, if you could be someone else for one day, who would it be and why? I don't want to be anyone else. I like being me. Being me is
me for one day. That would be fun.
Why? So I can yell at myself for talking too much. I can sit over there and be like, "Come on,
yeah,
you answered that question in 5 minutes talking. Move on. What the hell? It's almost hour 3. I want to go home."
Yeah.
Kenny, have you got a book list available somewhere of your books? Somewhere of the books you recommend? Yes, I do. Again, if you send me an email and just there it is. Send me an email down there asking for recommendation list. I will send it to you. I have several books on there that I put a list together, and because I have been asked so many times that I finally sat down and did it. And I think they're really good books. It covers a wide range. It's not just paranormal topics. It's a wide range from critical thinking and journalistic techniques to photography and this and that. So, and memory, lots of memory in there too, because I need that. What are you laughing at me?
I am. I'm sorry.
Don't laugh at me.
Okay.
Make me sad.
If you want the list, just send an email.
You know what? Get your own show. Then you can talk as little as you want.
Yeah.
The yummy donut. Will your team be doing more video versions of people proving their superpower abilities? The cloud mover was very interesting. Funny you should ask. Hopefully next week there will be another one posted. We recently had a dowser come down here from Canada. He drove 2 hours to take our test. We set everything up here because we had a staff retreat. So Jim Underdown, who runs the test, was here and he scheduled it. And I set up the area, the testing area. We set up protocols, and it was great. I got to work with Jim on this, set up the entire thing, and I filmed it with the help of a few other people that filmed it. And I just literally uploaded the finished video, so it has to go through my boss to make sure that I didn't overstep anything, because he has to make sure I didn't say anything that it could get us in trouble, which I don't think so.
No,
because it's mostly just covering the test, but. Yeah, you'll be able to see the testing, and not only the testing, but we talked to him beforehand. He explains a little bit about what he thinks is going to happen, the tests, and then afterwards, it's a really interesting conversation about why he believes he can douse. That's all I'm going to say. You have to watch it because it's interesting, to say the least. I was completely enthralled with what he was saying. Is that the right word? Enthralled?
yes.
Okay. Sometimes I, roll the dice. Like, that sounds like a smart word. Ganja Mama, 4200. Oh, that's a badass name. Ganja Mama, 4200. If you could meet anyone, alive or dead, who would you want to meet and why? Harry Houdini. Absolutely. Harry Houdini. Oh, shit. Wait. I want to change my answer. Rose Mackenberg. Rose Mackenberg. I've been looking for Rose. She was Harry Houdini's chief assistant when it came to investigating psychics and mediums. I would love to meet her because I've been looking for her grave for years. There's a whole mystery behind it. And I've been in dead ends, and I would love to talk to her and say, where the hell are you? Like, what's going on? And then talk to her about her adventures and investigations and stuff like that. That would be cool. I think Although I would love to talk to Houdini, I think it would be more interesting to talk to Rose because I think she did a lot of the field work. So there you go.
She thanks you.
You're welcome. What is Penn like in prison?
Person.
Oh, person. Person like prison. I'm like, wait a minute. Penn like in person. I think he's a nice guy too. I mean, I didn't have too much interaction with him. Penn and Teller were both wait a minute, let me make sure I have the right one. Which is which? Penn Gillette, right? Penn Gillette is the bigger one.
Penn's the taller one, yeah.
Gillette. Yes. Okay. So I did meet him. And I think I had a leg up on like other fanboys that were at a show because when we went to a show, I was wearing a Skeptical Inquirer t-shirt, and he recognized it. So he actually made a comment. He's like, good magazine. And I told him that I wrote for it, and he was very happy. So we got to talk to him a few minutes during the show. And then I walked with him when he was, I think the first time or this, I don't know. One of the times he was at SciCon, I got to walk along with him and escort him back to like a back room and chatted with him for a few minutes. And very nice. I mean, very direct. He is like, I would compare him to like Sheldon Cooper with sarcasm. And I say that because he says what's on his mind. And I like that. I respect that of people. Like, he doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't bullshit you. He tells you exactly what he thinks. And that's that. So I like that. I like honesty. All right. We doing good? Are we doing good? I'm not even paying attention. No. She's like, no, there's more questions that keep popping up. What is your favorite location to investigate to date? Hey, Kim. Favorite place to investigate to date? I feel the pressure. I don't know. I really don't know. Where I've gone to so many places. I don't know. I guess I miss Fort Mifflin, to be honest. I like that. That was one of the first big places that we went to. So I think there's a little nostalgia going on, but it's very peaceful. It's very open. You can wander. There's a lot of places to be alone and not worry about like somebody always there. Because, you know, a lot of these places you get groups of like 15, 20 and you don't have any quiet time because there's always someone around. But Fort Mifflin is big enough that you can have that space. Plus I just like it there. It's nice. So there you go. Fort Mifflin.
That was good.
Oh, we're going into hour 3. Since Bigfoot is coming up soon, what are your thoughts on them? Could it be possible for you to believe in them? Could it be possible for me to believe in them if there's evidence? Come on now. There's got to be good evidence that they exist, or even the possibility. And so far, there is not. Every good piece of physical evidence that has been presented for testing has found to be not them. Air Force One, thank you for the 99 cents. I appreciate that, buddy. That's nice. Every little bit goes right to the rum fund. But yeah, I still don't believe Bigfoot is. Well, I don't have any beliefs at all, but I don't think Bigfoot is out there. I wish he was, because I would like to meet Daryl, but I don't think he is. Michael Burkeen, does the Dybbuk box contain tiny beverage bottles to refill Kenny's special tea? It does. I actually have one out there in the reading room in one of the display cases, and it has all, except for one. It has all the glassware that originally came with it, except for one shot glass. Or no, what are they called? Not tumblers. Highball glass, I think. It's not a shot glass.
Yeah,
it's a slightly bigger one.
Yeah.
It's because one was broken, and it didn't come with it. But everything else is there. So it may or may not have spirits in it of the fun kind. I don't know, and I will never say out loud. And I will never unlock the case so that my boss can verify it. So there you go. I have the key. He doesn't. There you go. Transparent. What's your stance on EVPs? I don't think they are voices of the dead. in my experience, and that's all I'm going to say is from my experience, they have been other things, from other people talking to friction on the microphone or the body where the microphone is attached, because a lot of microphones are attached to the body of the device, and people hold it by hand, so they're constantly making friction noises, or just walking around, bumping into things. I think it's also amplification artifacts where people amplify the background sound so much that you hear these new sounds. I think there's a lot of other reasons for it. There's also misinterpretation. And I don't know if you're including like radio broadcast in that, because I hope not, because radio broadcasts are radios. So spirit boxes, ghost boxes, they are radios. I don't think they are voices of the dead at all, because it's a radio. That's what it's doing. So that was a quick answer because we're getting down to the wire here. I'm trying to get through these questions so I don't get yelled at. Oh, we might go a little over. Has any of your investigations been dangerous? So yeah, there shit. There is one that I recall that was a bit dangerous. It was let's say a gentleman that was recently released from prison, but he didn't give us that information until we arrived and were in his apartment. And then he also, like, when we asked about what was going on, he dropped down to his hands and knees and started crawling around the floor, pointing out faces in his carpet that weren't there. And then he wanted to show me faces that were on the walls in his kitchen. And I was a dumbass and said, all right, show me. And I realized that he had carved a whole bunch of words and symbols and stuff with his nails in the walls of his kitchen. And when I tried to leave, he blocked me. We had a confrontation. He ended up laying out flat on the floor, and I walked out. So we'll leave it at that. That was the most dangerous because I wasn't sure what was going to happen, and I had never been in that situation before. There was other people there, but I was more concerned with getting them out, and making sure they didn't come in any further. So there you go. That was my most dangerous thing. Ooh. What do you think of spook lights are? I think a lot of them are probably headlights, tail lights, maybe superior mirage happening if you have a high moisture content in the air, and fog, mist. A lot of times when there's a heavy fog coming in, you don't realize how high that hill or mountain is across a valley, and you don't realize like a lot of those are actually cars going by. There's other reasons that we can speculate on. Drones now. Drones are so common anymore. Even before drones, there were a lot of RC helicopters and stuff like that put out. That's heavy speculation there, though. Mostly with drones. But I'm trying to shotgun a lot of these, so I apologize if I'm going through pretty quick because we are at the end. We might not get to all the questions. I'm just giving you a heads up. So let's see. All right, moving on. I want to get that real quick. That one there.
Oh, which one?
The orange. Let me put that up real quick.
Oh, okay.
No rum, Kenny. This is for Donna to get a huge coffee
Oh,
with
and all the
unicorns. Thank you for the 10. I think it's 10 pounds. I think that's
Thank
pounds.
you.
That's nice. What? Your coffee? What? All right.
And I do love unicorns.
Oh, that's
Saying
nice.
that for you.
That's nice. Unicorn. Yeah, yeah, you have some unicorns.
I do
All right.
have unicorns.
Did I take a question down? Can you put that back up? Did I screw that one up?
I didn't take it down.
Okay.
So did you? I don't know where you saw it.
I don't know. Oh, before I popped up the orange one. All right, let's just go with the next question.
Okay.
That's fine. Bruce Duarte. I hope I'm saying it right. I like Duarte. It sounds like French. Sorry, I'm late. I just got home. Kenny, do you have that device you were telling me about the other day that you were testing? I think maybe this one, if this is what you're talking about. Yes, I do have it. It's awesome. I love it. I hope that this is the one you were talking about. I don't remember our conversation, so I might be wrong. let me know if I am. But it's beautiful. Mwah. Love it. It's going right on my shelf. It's not even going out in the case with the rest of the common ghost hunting equipment. That's staying here. That's with the special equipment. Macy Rose, did you know the unicorn has been Scotland's national animal for over 600 years, representing purity, innocence, masculinity, and power? Only Scottish kings or virgin maidens can tame a unicorn.
Wow. Did you know that?
I did not know that. It's pretty cool.
Learn something new every day.
I'd ride a unicorn. I would.
They're magical creatures.
Yes, I know. Deadpool taught me about that. All right, moving on. Bruce, can you give me his info so I can get one to test as well? So, let me see. Right now, I did. You know what? I did post pictures on Facebook, on my Facebook page. I am Kenny Biddle. If you have Facebook, you can go there and look under the photos I have of that, because he's there. Tom Flock is in the comments, so you can ask him about it. But if you're not on Facebook, I will be posting pictures on YouTube in the community tab of the device, and then I will let you guys know if, like, just his name, but you can reach out to him. I don't want to. Let me reach out to Tom and make sure it's okay, because I don't want to get him like flooded with emails from people. I know he was kind of surprised about the amount of positive feedback that he got, so, which is a good thing. I'm glad that people like it, because it's just beautiful. So I'll let you know. Let me see, Bruce. Let me make sure I get this right. Duarte. Sounds like a pirate name. Duarte. Captain Duarte.
We got another
Air Force One, thank you for the $1.99. Thanks again for keeping it real. I try. Damn it, I try to keep it real. That's the only thing I know how to do. Because if I don't keep it real, then I'm just as bad as the fakers, because it's fake. You like when that's the internal dialogue that should say internal, but it just keeps coming out. I can't shut up. Thank you, Air Force One. I appreciate it. Bob, I know you're not a sports guy. I am not. But if you and some of your other employees from CFI joined a basketball league, bowling league, softball league, what would your team name?
Oh, what would you name your team?
Oh, the Skeptics. I don't know. Rum Runners. I like that.
Oh, there you go.
I like
that's
that.
A
Rum
bowling
Runners.
Team's name.
Yeah,
that's
the Rum
team.
Runners. We should do that. We should figure out a Skeptical Help Bar shirt with Rum Runners on it. That'd be funny. All right. I'm gonna say no more questions in the chat, please. Just so we can wrap it up. I'm trying.
Oh, it's almost
I should have.
You didn't even do your bio
Ganja
yet.
Mama 4200. What's the mystery with her grave? Ooh, that's a good story. So basically, what I think happened is that at the end of her life, she was very ill. She spent a extended period of time in the hospital, and I think the state took over because of her medical bills, and I think much of her stuff was sold off or to pay for the medical, and she probably didn't have any money for a proper grave or proper burial. So the thought right now, with talking to other people that are more knowledgeable in this area than I am, she might have been put in a I don't want to say a mass grave, but more of a, what is that, pauper's grave, for people that just can't afford it. So in that case, it most likely would be unmarked. There's a lot of contacts that I did make. I even spoke to the funeral home that had handled her when she died, but unfortunately their records were destroyed in a flood. I do have her death certificate. It listed 2 cemeteries. One was crossed out and another one's filled in on top. I've contacted both. We've been to both cemeteries. I found her parents, but can't find her. Neither cemetery has a record of her. So there's a lot of mystery. Like, where is she? Where did she go? I have one more lead that I can track down that I didn't track down yet. And I should have as soon as I started this job, because now I have the means to track down that lead. So I'll keep you updated. If I do find her, I'll probably do a special live, like just going on going, I found her.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even though I don't believe in an afterlife, I still would love to pay my respects to her final resting place, because she was a big inspiration for me with what I do. So I would really like to be able to find where she is and let other people, let other interested parties know. So yeah, there's a lot to it. All right. Moving on. Air Force One. I have a good friend of mine doing a live investigation, and they believe in all these gadgets. I told them to watch your show before they put too much faith into them. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I mean, it's easy to use those gadgets. People love those gadgets. Another reason why those channels are so popular, because people love seeing shit light up. They love noisemakers, even if they don't work or we don't know that they work. So yeah, sadly, I try to put this information out there so people don't waste the money, because a lot of these things, $400, $500, $600, and it's like this usually sells for like $400 or $500. One of these things, and you can see it from the price list on the side. Only costs $30 some to make, and if you double that or even triple it for the workmanship, I mean, I'd pay $100 easy for this because it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. But even that would be good profit for him, I think. But $400 or $500 for the same thing, that's a lot of money, dude. That's a lot. So save your money. Buy a science book. All right. Moving on. Should we play your song?
Yeah, I guess we're on.
Can we do it? We can play your song. Can we go like another 20 minutes or so? No more questions after this. All right, we're gonna do hour 3. Here we go.
Oh, you still have the box.
We have all right. So I'm gonna play our hour 3 commercial song.
Yeah, and
real quick.
While that's happening,
Put your guesses
put your
in.
guesses in.
All right, we're doing a remote viewing challenge. So during this song, Donna's song, we're gonna put your guesses in the chat. What you think is in the remote viewing? I'll do it real quick again. Here we go. There you go. Listen for it. Start putting your guesses in the chat, and I'll see you back here in 2 minutes and 35 seconds from now.
In the skeptical help bar, there's a guiding star, keeping chats in line. She's the queen of the bar, with a wink and a smile. She keeps things flowing. Divine Donna's on the scene to keep you from trolling. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Start your questions with a capital Q, so Donna can pose them for you. Follow the Swayze rule and be nice, or she'll kick you out for life. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Rarely says a word, unlike her hubby. Doesn't let the show run into hour 3. She may be quiet, but she reads all the chats. So say hi, or thanks, she deserves that. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Rarely says a word, unlike her hubby. Doesn't let the show run into hour 3. She may be quiet, but she reads all the chats. So say hi or thanks, she deserves that. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Mother reads with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the Skeptical Help Bar, she's a delight. In the Skeptical Help Bar, she's a delight.
Information.
Ooh, here we
You got them.
are. Yes. Oh, yeah, I did. I did.
Okay, she was asking.
We're talking behind the scenes. Yes, I did get the email about the winner of the thing. So I looked at all of the guesses here,
Are you
and
gonna go through a few of them?
let's see. All right, yeah, we can go through a few. We got a frog. We got. Let me see. Where am I? Oh crap! A book. Alien toy, a poker chip with you on it. Oh, I do have them. Oh, you have one too, I think. Chris Slike. Cassette tape, remote viewing challenge cat ball, a laser printed lighter. Ooh, good one, Vickers. Let's see. Guess mini Ghostbusters car, a broken K2 meter, puzzle box from Hellraiser. Box contains Schrodinger's cat debunking radioactive cat ball. I love that. Pink golf ball, bottle opener, a drinks mat, a key ring, Hot Wheels car, skip. Let's see.
Yeah, Tasha, he's gonna send you both.
I'm gonna send them both. What? Let's see. Tasha, bottle opener package with a coaster.
Because
Ooh.
she gave her the coaster, and then you said bottle opener
Wait, what?
for what she won earlier.
Yeah, she won the bottle opener. The coaster was for the remote viewing.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah. Did I say? Yeah, I think so. I think so. It was a bottle opener.
Was it?
But we'll see. No one's gonna guess it. I'll send you the coaster anyway. How about that? All right. So I don't see any right answers. So I'm gonna open it up, and I have it locked because I don't want some people.
I have
peeking.
no idea what's in there. He does it when I'm not
I
around.
do it. Yeah, I do it before I left
He
work.
seriously does. He doesn't.
Nobody knows when I'm gonna do it, so I always
Yeah.
lock it up. I trust no one. All right, here we go. Only the nerds are gonna get this one.
Ugh.
Damn it. It's Orca.
Oh my god.
Orco from He-Man.
Such a dork.
So yeah, since nobody got it, yeah, you're Tesha, right? Yes,
Mhm.
we will be getting both. I'll send these both to you. That
Yeah.
way you get both. There you go. And I did get your email, so you're good to go. All right, let's power through these last couple questions here, so that Donna can get home because it is late and she does get tired. So I don't want to keep her out too long.
You have one more question.
Wait, one? That's it?
Yeah, the other ones were for me,
Oh,
but I
okay.
just didn't attack them.
Oh, you should answer them. People want to know. Give the people what they want, Donna.
All right.
Fine. Donna, do you believe in the paranormal?
I'd have to say 60%.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Moving on.
She's going to go through. She's going to answer these like she wants me to answer these, which is never going to happen.
I know.
Julie
You talk
R.
too
Donna,
much.
what is your favorite sport? Favorite team? Oh,
Right now, it's baseball and the Phillies.
yeah.
I watch them when I can.
So,
When I can't watch them, I'm watching the Philadelphia Eagles.
yeah. Who's your favorite? Eagles or Phillies?
Phillies.
Phillies, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Moving on. Donna, were you a skeptic before you met my mentor? Were you a skeptic before me?
No.
No.
Am I one now? No.
No.
Will I ever be?
No.
No.
No. And that's all good. Like I think it's good. I mean, we're opposites. We have different ideas of this, and
Yes.
sometimes we talk about it, sometimes we don't, because
Most of the
it's
time
better
we-
just not to talk
Yeah,
about
exactly.
it. You know, sometimes it's conversations are better left unspoken. Just avoid it altogether. But that's we do that through life. So many of my friends that I hang out with, I think I hang out with more ghost hunter type people
Yeah.
than I do with skeptics. Oh wow. I
What
kind
do
of
you
glitched
see?
up there a little bit.
Oh.
So yeah, I think it's just interesting. I don't judge people by their beliefs, unless they're extreme, you know, like they're into sacrifices and stuff. I'm probably not going to be friends with you. But I don't judge people by their beliefs. I judge people by their actions. And you can have your own beliefs as long as you don't, even if you preach them. I mean, like Jason Hawes and me are a really good example. He's one of the most well-known ghost hunters in the world, and we have opposite views on a lot of stuff, but we also agree, and we talk and we get along. We hang out together. So yeah, it doesn't matter about beliefs. Good question.
I'm so sorry that the Phillies are losing horribly tonight. It's because I'm not watching.
Yeah, that's it. You
We
know,
have to
superstition
get
and
this
shit.
show wound up so I can catch the end.
Oh, is that what you're gonna get in the end, and they're gonna come back?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's
Because
what's gonna happen.
everyone's like, whoa, Donna's watching now.
Exactly.
We can actually start playing.
Hello.
We can pay attention to the ball now
Exactly.
because Donna's watching. They
That's
know.
how it works. Moving on.
Tasha, Ricky, I have two questions here. What is your 2 cents on telekinesis theories and poltergeist being created from by the human mind and or emotions over a period of time? I don't buy into telekinesis or I mean, I think that's more the Hollywood term for it. I believe, like in parapsychology, it's called psychokinesis, but I don't buy into the idea that people can move stuff or create poltergeist based on like moving things with their mind, and or the popular theory with poltergeist that it's usually from a pubescent female that is causing all the things. I think poltergeist activity are usually by pranksters, people that want attention, and I think that's really the way it goes with that. As for things moving, I mean, to be able to move things on their own, I mean, I would love that. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I would love to have the Force, you know, and be able to move stuff around. Especially it would be easy when I'm here and I'm like, I need a book. There we go. Okay, good. That'd be great. But do I think it's real? No. Haven't seen any evidence to support that, or either one at all. When it comes to poltergeists, the ones that have been studied really, really good often find that it's the child that's pranking. So that's my 2 cents on that. It was actually a nickel, but
This is dollar night. It's dollar night.
dollar night at Skeptical Help Bar. That can mean a lot of stuff. Get your ones out. Mandalorian Mama, what's up? Thanks for the email. Did you get a chance to follow up on the email we exchanged? I did. And I did touch on this earlier in the show. I did talk to him, and I'm awaiting footage. So my contact information was given to Jason's partner, Jimmy, and I'm waiting for Jimmy to reach out and then hopefully get the full footage that I can look at that video and see what's behind it. I did have a discussion and pointed out some things, so we'll see where it goes. I'll let you know. But thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate that, because I don't get to follow everyone. Even like Beardo and Side Eye Guy, like I see their videos once in a while, but I can't keep up with everything because there's so much content. Plus, I have so much work to do here. But look, I did take off some things on my list over here, my project list. There's empty spaces because I did finish. I did finish some. There's actually one more higher up. You don't see it. I'm so proud of that. You have no idea when I can erase shit off there. I'm like, I have time for another project. Yeah, because I'm not busy enough. Is that everything?
Yes.
Are we good?
Yes.
We
we're
are?
good.
Oh, did I say thanks to Cynthia? Did I come up? Yeah, I did. Okay, I think so. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I thank people. All right, so we're good. We're good to go. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. We had a lot of fun. I love when shows go over. I know Donna doesn't, but it shows that you guys are really interested and we have good conversations. And I think that's great. And it really encourages me to keep doing this because I do look forward to this every Friday night, interacting with you guys and hanging out and just having fun, laughing, learning, and just being us. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. And some things real quick. I gotta wrap it up as quick as humanly possible. Tomorrow I'm doing a podcast.
You are?
But I think it's recorded tomorrow night or tomorrow 5 p.m. I'm doing a podcast called Insanely Haunted. But I think it's recorded. I don't think it's live. From there, I'm doing possible next Saturday. I have something with like a possible book fair, a CFI booth. I have to ask Eric behind the wall. That's what it says on my schedule. But September 6th and 7th, we will be in where is it? Farmington? Oh my God, where is it? We're going to be at Benner's Run Campground.
Yes.
Let's see.
Right outside Pittsburgh.
Pennsylvania camping weekend. So yeah, we'll be at where is it? Benner's Run? Where is it? Where is the location? I can't find the location. I'm gonna put the link.
Put the link up.
Because we'll be in southwestern Pennsylvania for a Bigfoot
it's
camping.
Outside Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's outside Pittsburgh. I'm going to put the link in the chat room now for the Pennsylvania Bigfoot camping adventure. It's an entire weekend of Bigfoot people and also paranormal people. I know there's going to be booths there. There's going to be a couple speakers. I'm going to be one of the speakers. I'm going to be talking about investigation methods, running down like what I do. I'm going to try and tailor it to some of the Bigfoot experiences and investigations. But it's going to be overall. It's going to be general for me. So we'll be out there for that. And then we also have coming up October 24th, 27th is SciCon out in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's our big science conference that CSI, which I work for, we put on. It's huge. We got Neil deGrasse Tyson coming out. We have Dr. Brian Cox going to be there. They are two keynote speakers. Thursday, I'm doing a workshop with Richard Saunders, who does the Skeptic Zone podcast, which is a very popular podcast. He's also my Australian counterpart. So what I do here, he does in Australia. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun. November 1st and 2nd, we'll be in Woodbridge, New Jersey for the Para-Unity Conference. So if you're in the area, come on out. We're going to be setting up our booths. I'm going to have my Skeptical Help booth set up, which is really fun just to take pictures in front of. Donna's going to be there with her Lucky Tiki Creations, which includes coasters and, stuff like bottle openers and stuff like that. So if you have a chance, come on out. And I think that's it for now. I just want to put it out there too. If you are hosting a paranormal conference and you have this inclination to invite a token skeptic, I'm your guy right here. I'll come out, set up a booth, and then we'll talk. Just reach out. We'll talk and see if we can arrange that because it'd be fun. I'd love to get out and engage with more people. So with that said, I'm going to stop talking because I do it a lot. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to take this banner off. Oh, wait, there. Oh, if you want to mail something, I love mail. I love mail. And my mailbox, I have one here in the office, and it's I hardly ever get anything. I got a package the other day with this. Which is awesome. But if you want to send me a postcard or a letter, a criticism, saying that you liked my show or you hate my show. Send me mail. No white powder or anything, please. Just letters. Or I also take t-shirts. I love t-shirts. Anyway, so there's the mailing address. You can send it there, and we can do like an unboxing on the show, or at least show off what you send. So I love that stuff. All right. So with that said, I'm going to play our outro. We're
Go
gonna
to bed, Kenny.
You're gonna
It's
go
not
to bed.
just
Go to
me. Look,
bed. Go to bed. No. It's not even 10:30 yet. I have like 3 hours before I'm even tired.
Come on.
Got a lot of you kidding? You think I can go to bed right now? I'm so hyped up.
I know, you can't.
All right. Here we go. Everyone, we will see you
Extra
next
large.
week. Next extra 2x maybe.
If it looks small.
I'm a
2X.
chubby hubby. Yeah, if you hold it up like yeah, like this is an extra large.
The 2X are really big.
This is an extra large, and honestly, like it fits okay. I mean, you can see my love handles, especially when I'm sitting. That's why I'm not going to go back any further. But yeah, we have t-shirts. I love t-shirts. All I wear is t-shirts. Anyway, so I gotta get out of here because Donna's gonna be mad. See you guys next week, and be safe. And remember, never stop learning.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Hey, diddle diddle, here's a little riddle. Who's the best debunker? Is it Kenny Biddle? Oh, he's good, not just a little. Not at the bottom or even the middle. Strike a chord like a fiddle. Tasting the rainbow like a skittle. That's fragile and brittle. You can watch him take a problem and start to riddle the problem away. He does not play. He takes his job so seriously. He loves a challenge and won't turn you away. It's such a skeptic, he keeps stones. Believers exposing the fake. It wouldn't take him long to find a needle in hay. Use a magnet, damn it. Now take a drink of Kenny's specialty. Someone may say that's not for me. To each their own, what will be. Man, Kenny's such a skeptic, drinking skeptical tea. Like and subscribe, everybody turn notifications on. And go watch his show and forget about this song. Mr. Wizard or Bill Nye the Science Guy. Can you remember? You like Kenny better, so head to the Skeptical Help Bar and meet the bartender. Pick up a drink and relax, cause nobody does this better. Not even close, not even a little. He's the one and only Kenny Bill.